Guys, right now, I'm going to be 100% honest. I couldn't give two craps about the landscape photography I've done today.
Wait, what did I just say? Did a landscape photographer just say that he doesn't give a crap about the landscape photography? Okay, let's back up a bit. So here's the deal. I decided to branch out a little bit and head down to Taos, New Mexico for a couple days to check out a location that had been on my radar for quite a while. So after downing a filling breakfast of oranges and a muffin and washing it down with not nearly enough coffee to make me functional, I drove out to my first location for the day, the Rio Grande Gorge Bridge. This was a location that I had scouted out the day before, and I was really hopeful that I would be able to make some gorgeous photos out of this location. But shooting out at the bridge would prove to be a bigger struggle than I had anticipated. The weather, which I had thought would be slightly cloudy and thus great for sunrise photography, turned out to be a bluebird morning. No clouds at all. I was also struggling to achieve a good composition due to the fact that I had a safety fence in my way. Now, I'm not against the fence being there, not in the slightest. One wrong step and it's over the ledge and you're going to be flatter than a pancake at the bottom of that gorge. And let's face it, people are just idiots, and so the fence is important. But it did make getting a composition much harder because I had to shoot through the safety wire. Not that it really mattered, because without any color in the sky, it wasn't nearly as dramatic of a shot as it could have been. I did some experimentation with getting a sunstar, but really it was so frustrating I gave up on it. So I ended up settling on this time-lapse that you're viewing now. Notice that slight hiccup right there? Well, it was that troublesome battery giving me problems again. Needless to say, it's in the garbage now. It's still not a bad time-lapse, but it's not my best effort. Frustrated by the failure to get a good sunrise photo, I ended up walking out onto the bridge to try and get a shot that honestly I wasn't sure would turn out very well, but I love to be proved wrong.
So right now I can tell you guys this is probably one of the coolest views that I've ever seen. We've got the Rio Grande down there slicing through this deep canyon. We've got sunlight hitting the sides of the canyon wall, lighting up. We've got some nice golden color. We got some snow-capped mountains out in the distance there. This is a gorgeous view. And I can also tell you, being on this bridge when a car goes by is sketchy as the bridge vibrates, especially if they're taking it really fast. I think the speed limit on this bridge is 55 miles an hour, but I've seen people going across it this morning doing a lot faster than that. And if it's a big truck that takes the bridge, and we've got two cars coming right now, so we're gonna feel some shake. If we've got cars going faster than the speed limit, Oh, I can feel that bridge vibrate, and oh, that scares the crap out of me. I do have a slight fear of heights, so that's not helping me in the slightest. But enough of that. Let's talk you through this image right here. So, as I was saying, we've got the Rio Grande going through this canyon. We've got kind of side light hitting the sides of the canyon here, and it looks kind of like there's a bit of a V shape splitting on the edge of the canyon here, but I can't really tell. It might just be a little cliff face kind of jutting out, but from where we are right now, it looks like a V shape. So it's gorgeous. This is a gorgeous scene right here. So it's nice to have a shot that just works. I've got my circular polarizer attached to the front of my camera here. I've got it at full polarization because I want to bring out just a little bit more of the gold brown color in the sides of these mountains, or in the sides of this canyon here. And in a few thousand years, this might be a mountain. Who knows? I'm not gonna be around to see that. Also, camera setup, vertical orientation, portrait orientation, and I've set up to do exposure bracketing because, again, we've got nice, beautiful golden brown light hitting the sides of the canyon here. But at the same time, that makes, if I expose for those and for my highlights and for the mountain out there, it leaves the canyon in shadow. So I am exposure bracketing to get the nice gold on the canyon here, and then also get the detail and an actual imagery of the canyon down there. So I've already taken one set of images. Let's just wait the camera back up here. I may turn this into a 4x5 image in post-production, but honestly, I couldn't be too unhappy right now. I'm pretty happy with this shot. Definitely making up for the frustration of was that first image of this morning. So we're gonna just shoot this again because I feel like the light's gotten just a little bit better. Again, bracketed exposure. I'm just gonna make sure that's actually still set. Yes, it is. Bracketed exposure, f8, base shutter speed of 1/25 of a second. Then again, bracketing a stop either way for dynamic range. ISO 100. 10-second timer because we've got people going over the bridge, and I have a hard press on the shutter. Oh yes, it makes all the difference when you have a gorgeous scene to work with in the morning.
So with that shot in the bag, I headed down the trail that followed the rim of the canyon to a different overlook, oh hey bunny, to get one last shot before the morning light became too harsh. This is a shot that I had pre-visualized the day before, but once I got there, I ended up changing things just a bit. I went for a different perspective, getting low to the ground and using a rock to create some foreground interest. I'm not unhappy with this shot, but it is missing something. Maybe a little less light in the canyon, and definitely some cloud in the sky would have helped. But since this was a turn and burn trip, I had to settle for what I got. After my morning at the Rio Grande Gorge, I decided to go for a bit of a nature walk. I hadn't intended to really do any talking to the camera until later that afternoon, but once I was in the moment, I really couldn't help myself.
So I know I said I'd check in with you guys later this evening, but I came out to this little hiking area and I couldn't help but put the long lens on and the super long zoom lens on and just see what, wildlife or birds I could find. And I've actually had some moderate success. Right now I've got my Tamron 150 to 600 pointed out at this little, I'm not sure what it is. It's some kind of songbird, like a little chickadee maybe. No, because it's not yellow. Chickadees are yellow. I honestly have no idea what kind of bird this is, but it's perched up on this little scrub spruce. I think these are junipers out here. And it's just chirping away. I tried getting some handheld shots of some of these birds earlier, and those were just turning out horribly. 600 out of 600 millimeters handheld on a Canon crop factor. That's almost 900 millimeters. I think it might just be over 900. You're not going to get any sharp photos. So I have gone to mounting it up on my tripod here. This is not really meant to be a wildlife tripod. It's a travel tripod for, hang on. Anyway, mounted up on the tripod. Nice thing about this tripod plate is, or this tripod foot, is that it's got an Arca Swiss compatible, so I don't need an additional plate to mount this up. So yeah, doing a little bit of bird photography. Sun is getting up to the midday point, and we're just coming out here seeing what else we can find. So I did say I was going to check in this afternoon, but I figured this was too good of an opportunity to get a little extra vlogging in and do a little bird photography. So yeah, fun times. Really glad I brought this lens with me.
With my bird shots in the bag, I packed up for the afternoon to go do a little bit of hiking. I didn't vlog anything because I really just wanted to be in the moment and enjoy the scenery. But as I was heading for my last shot of the day, the best planned derailer that I could have hoped for happened, and it changed a meh day into a fantastic day.
Guys, right now, I'm going to be 100% honest. I couldn't give two craps about the landscape photography I've done today because out there, oh, I don't know if I can get them on the screen. Yes, bighorn sheep. Bighorn sheep. I apologize for the vertical video. I'm vlogging on my phone right now because my vlogging camera is in my backpack. I didn't really intend to take it back out today until I got to the last shot of the day. And I've got too much action going on right now. It's a little hard to see on this thing. But I've got a herd of bighorn rams. Oh, this just made today so worth it. So worth it. That sunrise this morning, I'm going to be 100% honest, you know what, it wasn't great. Although I did get one photo from that I really liked, and honestly, it wasn't the one that I thought was going to be really good. This just made today. Oh, I don't know if I'm trying to show you guys. Oh, you can see one right there. This just made today so much worth it. So worth it.
Alright guys, so the Bighorn sheep are heading back up the mountainside, so I think we're going to end today's video here. This was a great way to cap off our day shooting in New Mexico, especially since the landscape photography was pretty, let's be real, it was pretty meh. One of those shots was alright, but so the other two, not what I was hoping for, but that's alright. You know, it's about the experience, and I think today was a heck of an experience, especially seeing these Bighorn sheep. I always get excited when we see wildlife. So, yeah, good way to end our day shooting down here in New Mexico. So, I'm going to head back to my Airbnb, drop off my camera gear, and go get a burger and a beer. I can't think of a better way to end today. So, I'm going to leave it here. If you guys like this video, make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you hit the notification bell to know when I upload more videos. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And stay tuned for some more content in the future. I know I've been pretty irregular with uploads, but I'm not sticking to a weekly upload schedule anymore because I want to have good content, not just content. So anyway, I hope you all have a good adventure, and I will see you next time out on the trail.